Hi everyone, welcome to Environmental Studies. And so we are in module number 4. This is global population control, right? So, this global population control, I am going to cover this global environmental concerns. Okay, in my previous module, okay, what I have explained is like we have seen regarding the air pollution and different types of air pollution and different types of pollution first of all, and then in that air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution, that is soil pollution and sound pollution, and so many pollutions. And we have seen so what are the reasons for that and how to control the pollution. And in the fifth module again, so there is one more topic called, so what are the measurement techniques that we are taking for controlling this pollution, right? So it is our each and everybody's responsibility to take initiative step to control this environmental pollution and to take the safety measures. So on this note, so I'm going to explain about this global environmental concerns. So let us see now. So what are the topics that I am going to cover in this? In this groundwater depletion, one thing, and groundwater recharging. So these two topics I am going to cover in this module. So in that global environmental concerns. So groundwater depletion and groundwater recharging. So first and foremost, this is the groundwater depletion. And for your understanding, so I have clearly given the what you call the land where the water underwater depletion is taking place. So many places that you might have seen because of this less rainfall. So all the water gets absorbed through the pores of the ground surface and then goes into deeper and deeper, and then so there will be underneath the rocks will be there, and every each and every gap in that rock, so water will be absorbed, and so the water which is remaining underneath will get evaporated. So once the evaporation is taken place, so the remaining land after that water depletion, so you will see like this in this image what I have shown over there, so where that underwater depletion has taken place. So if it is clearly to say this, so water depletion, a term often defined as long-term water level declines caused by sustained groundwater pumping, is a key issue associated with groundwater use. Many areas of India are experiencing groundwater depletion, obviously. So why this takes place is because the major what you call reason for this groundwater depletion is the one thing is groundwater pumping. So we depend mostly on this rainwater for agriculture, and we don't have major other sources. So completely we depend on this rainwater, and the excess amount of groundwater pumping from the ground level leads to this groundwater depletion, right? So now it is clearly given that many areas of India are experiencing groundwater depletion. So in the image that we can see here, the land surface, and then so the next zone is nothing but unsaturated zone, so where the surface water will be remaining, and that zone will be unsaturated, and then so you will find surface water where water will be available, and then below that unsaturated zone, so there will be a saturated zone. Okay, so in that water table and groundwater will be present. So in that saturated zone there, that depletion takes place, and below that you can see the different types of rocks, that is fractured rock and gravel. So what happens here is groundwater fills the spaces between soil particles and the fractured rock beneath the earth's surface. Suppose if you go deeper and deeper into this ground level, so you can see that a number of rocks, huge rocks will be there, and in between the water will be stored. And here, so it can be rock or it can be gravel. So in that gravel, so water will be filled. So what happens there is the excess amount of the pumping when it takes place. So the amount will be the amount of water which is used for the agriculture purpose. So that will be taken away, and that remaining water will be dried, and that depletion it will lead to this depletion. That's what it is given. The groundwater fills the spaces between soil particles and fractured rock beneath the earth's surface. So where and all these gaps will be there beneath the underneath the earth's surface, and there this water will be filled, okay, those spaces, okay. So this is what the water which is stored in the under level, and the process that we see here, the water level declines, how this water level declines takes place from that clouds, that due to that rainfall the precipitation takes place. So precipitation, the water droplets will come and fall on the ground, and so the infiltration, so where and all the pores are available on the earth's surface, from there, so and this water will enter through the pores, and then so there is, you can see that groundwater flow direction, so direction will be shown over there. So that entire water which is flowing underneath the earth, that is the entire thing is nothing but water table, right? So water table will be there. So below that water table, the groundwater flow will take place, and so in between there will be a stream. So from stream, so first what happens, due to this precipitation process, so water will be collected in the stream, so that is the surface zone, and from there, so water through the pores will enter into the what you call bottom level of the earth surface, and that flow, the direction of flow will take place inside under the water table, and some amount of water which is due to rainfall, whatever the water which is available on the earth will be evaporated. So some amount of water will be lost due to evaporation, and the most of the water from the ground level, so that will be taken out during this pumping time. So pumping of this plants, and so agriculture field, so all there's the pumping takes place, and this water will be taken out and use it for pumping purpose, okay. So this is how that decline takes place, the water level decline takes place because of this. So this is the confining unit, right? All right. So this is how the confining unit look like, and we'll go for this groundwater depletion. So how this depletion takes place, right? So water in pore space acts to hold grains apart. Okay, water in the pore spaces acts to hold grains apart. When groundwater is removed, so it will have the sediment grains compress, pores collapse, and then the land surface cracks and sinks. So next one is subsidence is mostly irreversible, and water holds. So how that water hold grains apart? So water holds grain apart and keeps pores open. So this is what you can see in the image. So where what and all the water which all the grains are held with the help of this water will be apart, and there comes the space. That space is nothing but pores, and then the ground crack, fissures and scarps develop, so during the irrigation process. So aquifer has become thinner, okay. So air filled pores collapse, grains packed together more tightly, okay. This is of the groundwater. So this is how, when the depletion takes place, the water depletion takes place. So what they are trying to say is, whenever this depletion takes place, so water which is stored inside the pores of the earth will hold tightly. All the grains are held tightly, and then when that depletion takes place, that will come apart, and there produces a cracks, that is a ground cracks we call it as, or else a huge pores will be there, pores will take place, and thinning of what you call that the layers, that thinning will take place. So that is what you can see here in the image. And so how to do this recharging? Okay, so when depletion takes place, and then recharging, how to do this recharging? So recharge, a deep drainage or deep percolation is hydrologic process where water moves downwards from water surface to groundwater. Recharge is primary method through which water enters an aquifer. So how the water from surface level through the pores, water enters into the earth. So that is what the recharging is all about. So this process usually occurs in the vadose zone below plants' roots and is often expressed as a flux to the water table surface. So groundwater recharge also encompasses water moving away from the water table farther into the saturated zone. So recharge occurs both naturally and through anthropogenic process. Anthropogenic process is nothing but the artificial groundwater recharge. Okay, so through the water cycle or artificial groundwater recharge, where rainwater and our reclaimed water is routed to the subsurface. So this is what happens. So from water circle, either from water, so from rainwater, water enters into the ground level, or else artificially that groundwater recharge should take place. So here in this diagram, so in the image that you can see that evapotranspiration. So what is the meaning of evapotranspiration? Is transpiration plus evaporation, both are taking place. So that is nothing but evapotranspiration. Okay, so some amount will be water will be lost due to evaporation, some amount will be taken by the trees for this transpiration, and the remaining water, groundwater recharge takes place, the runoff. Okay, and here in the left side image you can see that infiltration process takes place. So from that aquifer, that silty layer, so water will be taken by the roots of the plants, and then the next zone is sand and gravel aquifer, and the other layer is fractured rock aquifer. So this is the place where we call it as a water stored underground in the cracks and pores, right? So this is the, yeah, this is the groundwater depletion, what you call the image that is shown over here. Yes, so proactive measures can prevent withdrawal substances. So when the depletion takes place, so how does it look like? That outlet pipe will be there through which the recharge takes place. The recharge basin will be there, and then outlet pipe will be there. For through outlet pipe, so water will be recharged. Okay, and then so next one is aquifer storage and recovery. So irrigation process, how the water will be taken out, and this is the lowest place where it is called as an aquifer. So natural recharge is taking place with the help of this rainwater, and then so the remaining water will be taken through artificial method. So this is what again all about this recharge. So in this video, so we have seen how that water depletion takes place and what is the water, how does that water recharge. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video.